Hi, it's Martin, and if you've been listening to the Meat Puppets podcast, we've been doing a lot of digging into Reddit as we've been trying to sort out our marketing for our new company, FluxQX. Anyway, I came across this post, which is if you're using ChatGPT, and you'll probably know that Dall-E version 3, you can now use directly in ChatGPT. Anyway, one of the problems I've had when using generative AI, like Dall-E or Midjourney or any of those kind of models, is I find it really difficult to get any kind of consistency. And coming from the world that I come from, you're very used to what I would say is pixel to the left type feedback going, I really like that, but can we just do this? So I found it really hard to wrangle AI to get some kind of consistency. I stumbled across this post from this user. It is from Random Seed. And if you don't know, a seed is usually a random generated number that in conjunction with your prompt is what generates the image. And as far as I've seen inside ChatGPT, there's not a way to specify the seed. In other models, you can write the seed in if you're trying to do some kind of consistency. In this post, Random Seed goes through a little bit of a process where they've found a way to get the seed and get some kind of consistency in their images. So I've been trying it out in ChatGPT, so I thought I would just do a quick tutorial on what I'm doing, and maybe some other people will find it useful. So that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm just going to quickly log into ChatGPT. Okay, I'm inside ChatGPT, and if you're a Plus user, you'll see inside GPT-4, you'll see down here, you can select Dall-E 3 at the bottom. You want to do that before you do anything else. So just to get started, I'm just going to jump back to this post that I saw, and I'm just going to steal their prompt. So here's their prompts. I'm just going to Control-C, cut that, jump across to ChatGPT and paste it in. Now let's just have a little look at the prompt. And this is the bit I really wanted to go on. It's this phrase here, which seems to do all the work. Do not modify my prompt under any circumstances using seed number 123. Here we are just through chat instead of a slider telling ChatGPT what seed to use. Just as a start, so we're going to do that. You know what? Actually, let's change it. Let's make this a little bit of a Halloween theme because it's that time of year. Let's have a image of a zombie. And let's do it in London instead of in a park. I'm channeling 28 Days Later here. Aspect ratio 16:9. Do not modify my prompt under any circumstances and use seed number 123. So let's just click generate on this. These generations take a little bit of time. It's about 1 to 2 minutes for each generation. I'll cut the video in between each one. Just bear in mind you're going to have to spend a little bit of time. Okay, so it's generated this image now. Let's just take a little bit of a closer look there. A nice zombie in what is obviously London. This bus is a bit strange. I quite like it. Let's imagine that you quite like this image, but now I'd like to have this in a top hat. I'm going to cut and paste my original prompt here. I'm going to come down the bottom here, and I'm just going to paste that in, and I'm going to write in a top hat. That'll look nice. And just click go, see what it says. Same again. I'm just going to pause it and come back when it's finished generating. Okay, so it's done quite a similar picture, similar layout. It's done a bit of a closer shot, but now you can see our zombie has a top hat. It's also wearing something different, but the composition is quite similar. It's still got the bus in there. It's still got the Houses of Parliament. It's put the London Eye in a strange place. Let's change this up a little bit more. I'm going to take the second prompt that I wrote, copy that, Control-C, paste it in here, Control-V. And okay, so now let's just try doing something else. I'm going to change image to photo. I am now going to change as well the top hat. So let's say a pink top hat. Let's see what happens if I do that. Okay, so that's finished generating. And as you can see, again, the background has changed a little bit. And so I did this a few times. I'm thinking, why is the background changing? I'm using the same prompt and I'm using the same seed number. I thought, you know what I'll do is I'll just ask ChatGPT what the prompt was and what the seed was. Can you tell me the prompt used along with the seed number, ? Okay, so let's just ask ChatGPT that, see what it comes back with. Now you can see here, so it has changed my prompt. The seed was the same. So whereas I'd written, can you create me an photo in a mid-shot of a zombie in London in a pink top hat, it's actually written all of this. Now this is probably because ChatGPT knows what Dall-E needs for a prompt to generate a better image. So it's doing this in the background. So I think I'm going to take this prompt that it's generated here. I'm going to copy this down here, but then I'm also going to come and get this aspect ratio 16:9. Do not modify my prompt under any circumstances and use seed number 123. I'm going to pop this at the end of this prompt here. Let's take a closer look. I've basically taken what ChatGPT actually did as a prompt, and I've just put into the end of it aspect ratio 16:9 and do not modify my prompt under any circumstances using seed 1, 2, and 3. So if I've got this right, this is the actual prompt that ChatGPT sent over to Dall-E to generate the image. Using this seed number 1, 2, 3, I should be able to click this and generate exactly the same image. So let's give that a go. And has it generated exactly the same image? So let's take a good look at that. You got the bus on the left, pink top hat, little rose, nice pink eyes. And let's just scroll up to what we had before. That is exactly the same image. If you've got the actual prompt that ChatGPT uses, along with the seed number, you can easily regenerate an image. And I just want to prove this as well. So I'm just going to go all the way back to the first image that we created. Now you can just click on the image and it will tell you the prompts that it used. So I'll just click on this image and there we go. It's giving me the prompt here. So I'm just going to cut and paste this prompt. I could just click copy at the bottom there. Let's close this. And if you remember right at the beginning, we still used seed number 1, 2, 3. So let's just do a new generation. So I'll cut and paste that prompt in. As before, I'll go up here and grab aspect ratio 69, do not modify under any circumstances using seed number 1, 2, 3. So I'll copy that. I'll paste this in here and I'm going to click generate. And here it comes. Here's the image using exactly the same prompt and seed. If I scroll back up to the top here, there we have it. That is exactly the same image. And this might not be news to everybody, but for me, this is brilliant because I'm seeing myself now having a database full of exact prompts and exact seeds, knowing that if I want to come back to an image at any point and recreate it and then adapt from there, I can do that. Now, obviously, if they change the model, I doubt this will carry on working. At least for now, it seems like a little bit of a shortcut. So I just wanted to demonstrate one more thing and how important the seed is. Again, I'm going to take this exact same prompt and I'm going to paste this in here. But this time, I'm going to change the seed. I'm not exactly sure how many figures the seed should be, but I'm going to do 6 this time. I'm just going to hit some random numbers. 1, 2, 5, 4, 6, 8. So what this does, and as I understand it, the way it generates the image is a combination of the prompt and the seed. So because the prompt is exactly the same as it was, we should have a very similar image, but a variation upon a theme. So let's just quickly give that a go. And there it is. Not too dissimilar image from the last one. We've still got the bus, we've still got the Houses of Parliament and the London landmarks and the people, but it's done a variation on a theme. So I'm just going to do one more just for the sake of it. Let's do one more. Random seed number. Let's just try it again. So I'm going to cut this. Same thing. Paste this in here. Let's change the seed number to some random numbers. And click generate. And here it comes. And yet again, we have a variation of the same theme, which is great. 3 consistent images there. He's wearing the same costume, I'm noticing as well in these last 2. And I think it's really, really good. So the take-homes I've got from this are, 1, the prompt you put into ChatGPT is not the prompt that gets sent to Dall-E 3. ChatGPT kind of takes what you said and puts it into a language it thinks Dall-E 3 will understand better. So that's the first thing. That an image is affected by a combination of the prompt and the seed. And 3, by asking ChatGPT, can you tell me the prompts you used and the seed? You can extract that out of ChatGPT. So there we are. That's just telling me exactly what it's used. And then you can take this prompt, store it somewhere, come back, reuse it, and assuming that ChatGPT don't change their model massively, generate exactly the same image. And then I suppose the last thing is, if you keep the seed the same and you keep the majority of the prompts the same, so I've just cut and paste that again, but then change a little bit, let's just change one thing. So we're going to change the pink top hat to a black top hat. There we go. And then if I generate that again with the same seed, I should get a very, very similar image, but just with my little pixel to the left change of a black top hat. And hopefully I'm going to click this, it's going to prove me right, and that will be the end of that. And there we go. So this is the one with the black top hat, and this is the one with the pink top hat. So the only thing I've changed in between this one and this one is the word black and pink. And you get a very similar generation. Now, it's not perfect. It's not Photoshop. It's not how I used to do things. But I feel like I've suddenly got a lot more control, and that half the battle is wrangling this AI to generate exactly what you want and adapt it and get it closer to exactly what you want. And the tools for doing this are getting better. So ChatGPT there is adapting prompts to make things better. But I think my understanding is getting better. Anyway, if you've got ChatGPT, jump in and have a go. I don't know whether this is available on the free version of ChatGPT. I'm a ChatGPT Plus user. But if it's anything like it used to be, you get a certain number of credits on Dall-E, but you may need Plus for this. Anyway, that's a tutorial how you can get closer to getting Pixel to the left. If you like little tutorials like this, pop us a message in the comments. We always try and answer any comments. And we discuss things like this and using AI to help us start a digital startup in our podcast, the Meet the Puppets podcast. So take a listen wherever you get your podcasts. You can even listen to it on YouTube. Anyway, that's it. Cheers.